Let's talk about stochastic versus deterministic processes. Stochastic processes rely on some kind of randomness or probability. So for example, if you run a large language model like ChatGPT on a prompt that you give it, the output, if you run it once, might be different than the output you run it a second time. This is because the generation of each output token or output word, to simplify, is based on some kind of probability. So it's taken the prompt and then it generates an output word based on a probability distribution of output words based on your prompt. And then it does that again and again and again for each token that it outputs. So again, it incorporates some kind of randomness or probability sampling, etc. In a deterministic process, the output can be determined by the initial inputs. So the process doesn't involve any kind of randomness or probability sampling. So basically, the output depends on the inputs. It does the functions that it has to do, the processes, and then the output will always be the same if you give it the same inputs. For example, 1 plus 1 always equals 2. This is where things get really cool with computers. You can actually make stochastic processes deterministic. So computers actually have something called a seed, which determine the randomness of random number generations. So it's actually pseudo-random. So the sequence of random numbers generated are really just based on the seed. And the seed is actually just a number that you set. So you can have stochastic processes be deterministic by setting the same seed for two different processes. Follow to learn more about hardcore AI and subscribe to my YouTube.